I'm Dean Rodrigues. I have been at Greenhill for 6 years now. I was promoted to Vice President a little bit earlier this year, and prior to that I was at Oxford reading Economics and Management. There's obviously plenty that we do day in, day out that constantly challenges you as an individual and as a professional. I think, funnily enough, it's actually the difficult and challenging things that actually make this an industry that you find rewarding. And boiling it down, this is an industry that has an incredibly steep learning curve, and it's something you see, I remember seeing it as an intern 8 years ago now, where over the course of 6 weeks as an intern you are just constantly learning new things, and the things that you thought were really challenging on day one seem ridiculously easy just 1 week later, and you've got a whole new set of things that you're finding challenging. That just never stops, whether it's as an intern, as a first year analyst, every year that goes on. Here today as a VP, I'm doing things that were inconceivable just as much as 12 months ago, and you're just constantly being pushed to be even better at the things you were doing before and learning new things the whole way. The philosophy is very much one of our summer interns are supposed to be first year analysts while they're with us, and it's 6 weeks of them being a first year analyst and therefore having the experience of a first year analyst and therefore seeing what it's like to be a first year analyst. And in that sense, there's an element of a two-way interview in that process as well. Therefore, what we would expect to see and what interns see when they come into the office is that they will be staffed on projects and expected to and hope to add real value to those projects, live executions or whatever else is going on, be that research, be that financial analysis, be that ultimately putting together the books that will be presented in front of clients. And indeed there are plenty of examples where interns have actually been present in those meetings with clients as well to see the fruits of their labour, as it were. I think the key things that we focus on is the background in terms of the academic subject you've done at university is not that critical. I know I clearly did economics and management, but if I look at peers and people who've joined the firm over the last few years, I can see music, English, classics, chemistry, physics, a whole range of different degrees that are not financial backgrounds. Financial backgrounds is really not something we see as critical when we look at candidates. Instead, what we focus on is people who can demonstrate their interest and a degree of knowledge about the industry. You can learn that without having done finance at university. But what we're really looking for is people who've got well-rounded personalities, people who we can see not just as an analyst in the way that other places may look at hiring people, but actually we're looking at people who we can see developing through the firm, becoming associates, becoming VPs, becoming senior people in the organisation over the next number of years. And that skill set is quite different, and it's something that you develop over time. But what we'd be looking for is those traits in people that show us leadership qualities in some way, and show us communication skills in some ways, that show us the ability to learn and have an agile mind and do things in high pressure situations. And those are really the key qualities that make candidates stand out when we're looking at recruitment.